What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man George.
Shake it, guys. How you living out there, man? Shout out to the free thinkers. Shout out to everybody on Def the Radio that gave us this request,
sir.
Because we have been asking since we've been doing a lot of freestyles from Simba. You know what songs we can potentially get done from him, and you guys overwhelmingly picked this one. Make sure you guys follow us on Def the Radio as well. DEAF2 Radio. That's a new Instagram. So we've done the LA Leakers freestyle, Fire in the Booth. We did the Funk Flex joint recently.
Yeah.
You know, and Simba's, man, we're impressed with Simba. You know what I'm saying? We know that dude is nice, but what we were telling y'all was like, hey, let's get to the music, man, because there's a lot of guys that can rap and put on phenomenal performances freestyle wise, but it doesn't always translate to the music. So y'all overwhelmingly requested GOAT. So let's get into it, man. Symba GOAT.
Yeah. I mean, I'ma just take the conversation we was having and put it in rap form. I got my chains on too. Look, they ask who's the best MC, Biggie, Jay-Z, or Nas? Aubrey Graham, Jermaine Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Weezy F, Eminem, or Tupac Shakur. Well, I think it's about time that I make a mention of boy. I ain't even dropped an album, I still ain't been on a tour. I ain't got no platinum records and I ain't won no awards. You know, you fight uphill battles while pushing the culture forward, and the shit they neglect you for make the legends respect you more. See, now the game is based off narratives and comparisons. Anything could be true if you get enough people sharing it. How could the facts be faced when this shit is opinion based?
Motherfucker here is rapping.
And the
rapping.
And the beat is
And the
crazy.
beat is hard. And the beat is hard. The beat is hard, man.
The way he came in on this was quoting a GOAT, right? Or the GOAT, depending on who you talk to. They ask who's the best MCs, Biggie, Jay-Z, or Nas, right? That was off of Where I'm From. That's off of Jay-Z's song Where I'm From, off the Volume 1 album. So I love how he incorporated that line, man, because it shows that he's a student of the game. You know what I mean? And he knows who's usually in those conversations.
So I ain't dropped the album. I ain't been on tour. I ain't won no platinum records. You know what I'm saying? No awards. But, you know, it's an uphill battle, you know, when you're trying to push the culture forward. I thought that was hard.
Yep.
He's like, I ain't done none of that shit. But real motherfuckers know that I can rap my ass off. And I'm trying to push the culture forward. I'm trying to do this rap shit for real.
And the shit that they neglect you for, it makes the legends respect you more,
Yeah.
right? Because they respect the fact that you're taking this role. You know what I'm saying? Because the home cooking, man, you know, rapping well and all that other stuff, man, it's almost a disadvantage, it feels like, at this point, right? So it deserves respect because people know that shit typically isn't going to get you as hot as quickly, man. It's something, it's an investment is what that is. So that was just dope. I like everything about this so far, man. Shout out to the production team too, Caston Grisby and Mario Luciano. Whoever else is involved in this beat is hot. The sample is crazy.
fire.
Let's keep it going.
The game is based off narratives and comparisons. Anything could be true if you get enough people sharing it.
Yeah,
How could the
I'm
facts be
sorry. Yeah, he said the game is based off of narratives and comparisons. Anything can be true if you have enough people sharing it.
That's so hard, man.
That is what we see all the time.
All the time. Especially with the internet now, man. Narratives and shit that's not even true can become true if enough motherfuckers push the
sharing it.
energy. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy.
Yeah, it's a spooky times we're living in, man. All right, man, let's keep it going.
See, now the game is based off narratives and comparisons. Anything could be true if you get enough people sharing it. How could the facts be faced when this shit is opinion based? Anyone can enter the race with a mic and an interface.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Yeah, that's why I think
Yeah,
I'm
he
the
is
GOAT.
snapping. Nah.
Anybody can make songs now and shit. You know, all
Yeah.
you need is a mic and an interface. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
So when he starts this by saying that I'm the GOAT, right? He said, what did he say? When he said, well, I think it's about time that they make a mention of your boy. And when the first thing that came to my mind was like, what the fuck? I like you, Simba, but whoa.
Yeah.
But when he says this shit is facts, it's opinion based, man. Since it's all subjective, fucking I'm the GOAT. I think I'm the illest dude ever, right? You know, it's not based on anything that you can. It's based on opinion, man.
It's not based on facts.
It's not based on
The
facts.
facts can't be faced when it's opinion based.
Yep, the audacity of that statement, like, you know, just being a hip hop fan, the audacity of a new dude to even say something like that. But he kind of justifies it a little bit by making that statement. So I thought that was actually very clever. All right, man, let's keep it going.
When this shit is opinion based, anyone can enter the race with a mic and an interface. Yeah, that's why I think I'm the GOAT. I got the glow and the greatest flow. I inspired niggas to push more than dope. I gave them hope. Just because you rap like you woke don't mean you dope. Preaching to the choir about some shit we already know, man. Niggas broke. I ain't trying to hear all the Malcolm quotes. But if that's what floats your boat, don't let me sink your ship. It's hard enough to catch a wave while trying to anchor this shit.
Yeah, this motherfucker.
So what makes a
killing that
nigga the
shit.
GOAT? Besides the world relating to everything that he wrote,
You
you
can't even
gotta
pause
keep
the shit,
both
you
while
can't
keeping
even pause
culture
the shit.
afloating. Not just musically, I'm talking all.
Yeah, we gotta bring that back. This motherfucker is losing it. It was just line after line after line after line.
Anchor this shit, that was ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying? Just because you rap like you woke don't mean you dope. You know what I'm saying? Just because you rap that shit, you know, like, oh, I'm really in tune with the culture, don't mean that you could really rap. You know what I'm saying?
Just because the dude wear Koofy don't mean that he bright.
Yeah.
That was a little shot that Jay had at Nas, you know what I mean? Obviously, Nas is incredible, but that's that same sentiment, right? Just because a dude wear Koofy don't mean that he bright. I think we get caught up in someone talking about a righteous cause. You know what I mean? They talk about like societal things, but oftentimes, in my opinion at least, it is coming from a surface level. And oftentimes it's something that is like, duh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've heard it before time and time again, but you get this sort of stamp when you're talking, when you have this sort of the subject matter, right?
Yeah,
That you're touching, this sort of woke subject matter. And I was telling Ryan the other day, I was like, I think I'm kind of woked out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not adding anything fresh or anything compelling to the conversation, and you're pretty much parroting what everyone else is saying, I mean, it becomes a bit stale.
Yeah.
So when he says that line, man, that really hits it for me, man. Because, you know, just because you woke don't mean you dope. You know what I'm saying? That having that, just talking about specific things content-wise doesn't make the quality of the content any better.
Yes.
Oh, sometimes.
We ain't trying to hear them Malcolm quotes, but he said,
We don't hear that bullshit, Sharif, right?
We don't hear that Black Power shit.
That bullshit,
Oh,
Sharif.
you a baller? You a baller? Man, don't be preaching that Black Power shit. Give me that shit. You know, shout out to
We're
everybody know where that's
supposed to
from.
be brothers.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that know that quote. But if that's what floats your boat, he's all, don't let me sink your ship. It's hard enough trying to catch a wave while trying to anchor this shit.
That was so
catch a wave by trying to anchor that whole play on.
Float your boat, anchor this shit, catch a wave. That was so crazy,
That
man.
was hard,
but it
man.
meant something real.
Because if that's what makes you feel validated, hey, don't let me sink your ship. But catching this wave, you know what I'm saying? It's hard enough trying to catch this wave, you know, trends and shit like that, while I'm trying to be the foundation of this shit. I'm trying to really do this rap shit for real. I want to anchor this shit.
You can use an anchor to anchor a boat. So it was just the wordplay and that was super dope. So now it's interesting to see that conscious rap has kind of become more of a mainstream topic. You know what I mean? This and listen, man, it's good to be conscious, it's good to be aware, and it's good to be enlightened. But it got to a point where it became like, oh, this is the lick now. This is the lick.
It's the wave.
To talk about conscious shit. And then it came, and a lot of people that didn't have the depth and weren't as well read on a lot of matters were making songs that probably were just essentially parroting what other people were saying. That's what I said earlier. So I would just really appreciate that line because people are getting a pass from making mediocre music that's just kind of uninspired by just bringing up a few talking conscious points without really knowing what's going on like that. So I just really like the realness in that fucking line, man.
To nigga the GOAT. Besides the world relating to everything that he wrote, you gotta keep a loaf while keeping culture afloating. Not just musically, I'm talking all inclusively. Endorsements, fashion, movie roles, the acting. To be a GOAT, you gotta be great outside your passion. And you can't act the of all time if it ain't classic. Most of this shit be passive. Just a bunch of fucking captions. I guess I'm asking, how could a nigga be the greatest of all time? If LeBron never got to face MJ in his prime, or Montana never got to take the field first time, if Mike Tyson never got to see Ali in his day, how could Floyd be the GOAT if he ain't see Sugar Ray? Imagine Rakim over 808s, or NBA YoungBoy doing a song with Mace. That's why I feel like we should just end all of these debates, because everybody's a GOAT, because everyone made a way. Hip-hop shit made a way for us to be great. We no longer pushing weight, but we still fighting for fame.
Yeah, that's hard. I love
That's why
that.
we all a GOAT. If you old and you dope, my nigga, you the GOAT. If you ain't dying, you'll get told, my nigga, you the GOAT.
Yeah, that's true.
You made it out the streets, my nigga, you the GOAT. If you bought your mama house, my nigga, you the GOAT. You post bail for the bros, my nigga, you the GOAT. Take care of your kids, my nigga, you the GOAT. Ain't nobody the GOAT, because we all a GOAT.
Yeah, that's dope the way I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's super playlist.
Well written song. Though.
Yeah. Yeah, this is hard.
Yeah,
this
super
is really
fucking hard.
dude.
Simba coming through.
Yeah, Simba ain't playing no
I've been let
games,
down.
man.
Yeah, I've been let down by a lot of guys that can rap, and I just get to the music, and it's just like, nah, this was really dope. Yeah, man, gotta check out. I'm excited about checking out the album. You know what I'm saying? Results take time. That just came out. What I want to say last week or some shit like that, or not too long ago.
Yeah, I really love how he brought the GOAT conversation in context. You know,
Yeah.
he gave you context of what he feels the GOAT should mean, as opposed to the way we use the word GOAT, right? Oh, this person's a GOAT. And a lot of times we jump out the window, including me.
Everybody.
I do it too.
Me too. We all do it.
I'm like, man, this motherfucker's the shit. He's better than everybody. Fuck everybody. I've done that shit on the channel. Like, yeah, man, fuck that shit. You know, but the moral of the story is, man, he asked the question before he kind of gave you some examples. He was like, so what makes someone the GOAT other than people just kind of feeling what that person wrote? He was like, how could LeBron be the GOAT if he never faced Michael in his prime? That's a good way to look at that, right? They're both the GOAT in their own eras, right? I mean, they never could play each other, so how could one be better than the other? You don't know. Mike Tyson versus Ali in his day. You don't know, right? So why are we doing this? This is silly. Why are we fucking comparing GOATs to GOAT? Everybody's a dude. You the GOAT if you a successful dude and made it out the hood, dude, that's impressive. You the GOAT, man. You bought your mama a house, man. You killing it. You a GOAT. You are the GOAT in my book. You talking my language because I ain't bought my mama a house yet and can't do it yet. You take care of your kids. You the GOAT. That one, you know, I don't want to digress from the point, but you should take care of your kids.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers trip me out like, man.
That's the bare minimum, my man.
You know, motherfuckers that have kids and shit, man. What you doing, man? You know, I'm just babysitting your kids today. You mean you ain't babysitting your kids? Oh, I got a babysitting duty today, man. So this shit was just fire to me, man. And the way he ended it, nobody's the GOAT because we all the GOAT. The way I'm interpreting that last line is we all could be the GOAT in our own ways. You know what I'm saying? And I think it spreads more love than hate and just comparison. What do you say, George?
Comparison is the thief of joy. We brought up the comparison as the thief of joy thing, and we probably even after that made comparisons. You know, just so y'all know. So we're gonna take that one out the chamber. If old habits die hard. Sorry. But the whole point of that, obviously, is that, man, when you're comparing people, man, you know, these great artists or whatever, the GOAT this and GOAT that, someone has to be diminished. Someone has to be diminished and discounted for their contributions. That's at least what it leads to. And I think it's just an unhealthy conversation that results in negativity. It results in toxicity in between fan bases in the comments, between other artists.
That's true.
And everyone, I love the point that he made to bring it home, man. Everyone can be a GOAT in their own way. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has contributed and done certain things, and it's all preference. You know, he said it, man. That's why we should just end all these debates, you know, because everybody's a GOAT, you know, because everyone made a way. And it's a part of me that is has very nostalgic, very sort of positive memories of being with my boys and shit and talking, whether it's sports, whether it's music, whatever the case may be, just having a good time, man, and you know, just debating, man, on hip hop. But I think now with social media, man, it's just a different animal. It's just a different animal.
It is.
Because people, you're not physically in someone's presence, so someone can just completely lose their mind, man, and just get super disrespectful. Like I said, man, it leads to people getting diminished. So I love that point that he made at the end, man, where it's just like, you know what, maybe we should just end it, man, and just allow people to be great, respect people's craft, respect everyone's contributions to the culture, man, because again, at the end of the day, it is only opinion based. No one's right or wrong. You know, so I think that's a lot of wisdom that comes from a guy that's a new guy. You know what I'm saying? For him to say something like that, you would think it would be an old head or something like, but this is a new guy coming in like, nah, man, this is stupid. Yeah, he's fire, man. Give us some more requests from Simba. I think the Pusha T joint is maybe one that people have been trying to get us to do. We got that. That was lingering in the comments on Def the Radio. Maybe. So, you know, it's Pusha and Simba sound nice to me.
Yeah, that sounds like a good combination, huh?
That's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed that, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm George. That's Ryan. Las Vegas.
We out.